Hello ladies and gents, this is Irene from Seriously Scrapping. Welcome to my channel. Happy New Year. Hello to all my friends. Hello to Elena, how are you? I do apologise for not getting back to you. I will shortly. Hope you've been well. So yeah, just wanted to show a little journal that I made a while ago. It's eclectic style, I think, if I had to categorize it. This is a cute little fabric image. How I got it to be puffy is I used, you know, when you order things online and they give you this stuff, if it's breakable, I've basically put that over the image and then I've sewn it, and it gives you that lovely padded look. So that's a good little trick for you. And I used this gorgeous orange fabric, like a hessian or a burlap, that I found at my Savers store. So, and I think I've just put that onto cardboard, a file folder. Yep, those old vintage file folders. Let's see if I don't really. Yes, I do. One of these file folders. Sorry guys, it's just one of my ephemera packs that I was selling in my, I think I put a video up of it. Hasn't sold, but I think I'm going to make a video where I just make a journal out of what's in here. Maybe that might be some, get my inspiration going. Yeah, so I just used that and then put the hessian over it. We call it hessian in Australia, but it's burlap overseas. I think I like burlap. It's easier to remember. And the black stitching with my sewing machine. That's some cheesecloth. I think it's been tea dyed initially, and then I've probably sprayed over it with some Lindy's stamp gang a little, just in some areas. Is this okay? So it hasn't been stitched in. The way I put the pages in was with that, and that's just a ruffled fabric trim on the side there. So this comes off like that. It's a little dangle with a little peg, and I've just got some sari silks that I've got from India a while ago. Beautiful trims. Maybe I might start putting these. I've got an Etsy store. I'll put the link below. I haven't listed any of my boho stuff yet, but yeah, I will when I get around to it. This was just a dangle from Jessie James bead. It came like this, and I just put it straight on like that. If you can't be bothered making a dangle, just use them as they come. All I done was I clicked it up here, put another cling, I forget the name of them, and yeah, well anyway, so yeah, that is so gorgeous. I love these beautiful sunset orange red colors. Look at this beautiful porcelain bead. Isn't that just beautiful? Oh my gosh. I know, Elena, you'd like that because it's red, your favorite color. Okay. So yeah, I've just got it on like this with a peg. You can put it on with anything really. You can even put it through with a hole, you know, but anyway. So what did I do next? Yes, after I sewn that, then I started with this lace. I think there's 3 different types of lace. There's this old vintage one there, this one that's been dyed a little bit, and then this one over here, and this gorgeous one up there. Initially I put cheesecloth down over the burlap, then I put the image on top, then I ruffled some of this lace on, and it's been sprayed a little bit, and I put some of my bead collections on here, which, let's see, are they in here? Yes, these beads. Got these on eBay, and these are fantastic for making beads or for your journal requirements. Very cheap. Clochon beads, they're called. This is from an Aussie seller, so you don't want to get from a Chinese seller because you'll be waiting forever for them. And this person, this seller, I'll try and put the link below, really looked after me. If you buy a decent amount, I got all these freebies from them. I think I did a video of this a while ago. Just all sorts of necklaces and stuff like that. Very sweet of them. I think I got all those freebies with a $50 order the first time. Look at this pumpkin, guys. Clochon pumpkin. How stinking cute is that? Then there's this big heart one. So yeah, there's purples. Look at this big teacup. There's a big blue teacup there. There's a red pumpkin there. These are all little red butterflies, so you can make little earring and teapot dangles with them. Yeah, so I've put a butterfly there, a teapot and a butterfly. Then I put some vintage buttons. Then I put this, pinned it on. Also these beautiful pearl cluster beads that I bought off eBay. Here they are. Uh-oh, it's right under my tripod. There we go. Like all these different type of little beads. They've actually got holes in them so you can thread them to use them on your jewelry, but I think they look fantastic on projects like this as well. See? I don't know if you're seeing those little pearls there. They sit quite nice and flat. Here's another one over here that's sitting quite nice and flat as well. There's an applique here. That's from the $2 store. Hessian little flower, little honeybee. There's another one of those pearl things. 1980s vintage buttons. There's another beautiful vintage button. That's lovely. And I've sprayed it with orange and put the lacquer over it. There's another purple bead. And there's a little gem there. There's another little gem there. Yeah, just very eclectic, vintage kind of looking. Here I've got a little flower cluster. Tied it up with some orange ribbon that I found in my stash, and that has also got this here as well. Wow. That is gorgeous bead. I don't know where that came from. Yeah. It's a little chain that's dangling there. I might actually take advantage of that and add another little dangle to that. Well, not right now, but maybe one of those orange pumpkin clochons that you've seen. Anyway, so let's open it up. So this is the inside. And I just used a pocket that was from some gift wrapping from Arista Muntaki. Who's got a YouTube channel here. She hasn't been active lately, but she used to make really lovely journals. And this was from a crafter. I can't remember her name. Yeah. So on the file folder, I just put this to cover the file folder, just some lovely paper there. And you can see the stitching there. So this is my first page. I was inspired by this style from the Arty Bohemian, who is Robin Dudley House. I'll put a link below to her channel. You have to go check her out. She's an amazing crafter. I literally, well, I didn't copy every single thing, but yeah, this is her style pretty much. And I love the way that turned out. It was a double envelope, of course. This is a bit of fabric trim, you know, the trims you can buy for up to a yard where they put all different fabrics on. I got that from the lovely Krista Second Chance Creations. Of course, you all know Krista, and she's got an Etsy store. I'll put her below as well. Yeah, just all little bits you can see there. Let's see, we've got an old photo in there. There's a man with his horse. That parted hair on the man, I'd say is from the probably 30s. That's beautiful. And that flips over, of course. And I held it together with this trim that I sewed up. And also made a little booklet. This is from the 70s. It's a reproduction from the 1903 Sears catalogue, of course. That's just some washi tape. Just ripped off a little bit from that. And that needs to be glued down, but doesn't matter. We'll do that later. And turn the page. We got this beautiful postcard from the 70s. Very pretty. That's just some pattern paper. Not sure who that pattern paper is from, but I did add a little bit of vintage music paper on there. And of course it's been stitch ripped and inked with orange distress ink and a bit of brown, so the brown and the orange mixed in looks rather nice. Then we got this lovely double page here. I'm just gonna pop a look and see that yes, I am centered correctly. Okay, maybe zoom in a touch. Okay, so I really like this page because of this little ruffle I done here. So that ruffle was done with this. Love that. So I just scrunched it up and then I added some of my lace. I do sell this lace in my Etsy store. Beautiful lace. So that's all I did was, and then I took it on the sewing machine, and as I went in, you know how you fold it in and then it stitches it, and that's all I did to create that, which came out a real treat. The rose gold with the beige really looks delicious. Yeah, and then I embellished it with, you know, your little flowers. What are they called? Oh, I forget them. And bit of crochet there, and the pin with a crown and a little rose embellishment. And we've got a little card we made from a file folder. It's got a vintage playing card of a beautiful little vintage girl playing with a little cat, and made a little pocket for that to sit in. I think that would have been some old wrapping paper. And I like that lace pocket there, the way it's kind of scalloped over, sticking out from that ruffle paper. So you've got your fabric, paper, fabric. I like combining the two. So over here, I tried to make the layers work, and, you know, ruffles sticking out. I don't like where everything is symmetrical or the pages are the same. You like some pages small, and so you can see all the different layers and a bit of ripping going on. This is just a wash from paint, water, and some shimmers. Yeah, so if you want like a light kind of, you know what I mean, like it's very light. And I've had that for ages. $2 store, little flower. That's handmade writing paper. That's the lined paper, yellow. That's beautiful orange handmade paper. You can see the little threads through it. I've ripped it. Coffee dyed paper there. Just a little, what do you call it, with some ink with a stencil. Again, I used this trim that I used back here, but instead of using that paper ruffle, I used a fabric ruffle. Another fabric ruffle there, and a bit of burlap with a fabric flower on the bottom. So over here I made a little pocket with the Sears catalogue from the Sevens reproduction, and in there I put, looks like a religious card from, I don't know, it says something Hardy or something there. If I had to guess, I'd say 70s. And there's some lovely old stationery, again 80s maybe. This is beautiful fabric paper, guys. Look at that foiling. And so when I ripped this paper, that's how it came up, and then I inked it. Isn't that gorgeous? And over this side I did a bit of collaging with the other side. That's the other side of the paper, looks like that. See? So I'll just stick that down a bit later. It's no big deal. Can leave it like that. So yeah, vintage wallpaper. That's one side. That's the other side. I think I lightly inked it on the other side. There's just some pattern paper, music paper, bit of washi tape through the middle. That Sears catalogue, and I've got my homemade Mylar flakes, and oh, I think, see that all that dusty stuff, that is actually Tim Holtz Distress Embossing Powder. So you don't actually have to use it for the purpose that it was meant for, which in this case was to emboss. And I use it like sand and texture with this one anyway, and comes up a treat. This page is really yummy as well. got some more of that vintage paper and a little Dance While You Can from the books. A while ago I put up, oh, I can't find it. Oh, here it is. The only reason why I kept this book, I think I used the cover, and then instead of throwing that out, I saw this has got pages and pages of Dance While You Can, and I think, why would I throw that out? I'll keep that for the captions, and I've got it somewhere here where I cut it out and I can't find it, but yeah, you know, you want to save those because you got a whole bunch of them you can stick in, but it doesn't really, it takes up a lot of room. It'll be good if you can cut them all up and store them somewhere, but who knows, you might end up needing the pages, the book pages. So I just kept that and just put some sequins, these 3 pieces. This already came sequenced, and I put the black stitching through that to kind of give it a bit more interest. There's the other side, pretty self-explanatory there. Just inked and ripped the sides, beautiful paper. That's another collaged page with a bit of the Lindy Stamp Gang. I would have used this one, Stardust Sprays. This beautiful spray. It's like coffee and gold. Lindy's Starburst Sprays. This is baking paper, but the brown one, not the white one. See his catalogue, and again, this is, the reason why I put washi tape is because this is my binding, and I wanted a bit of strength when it came along to these edges here. I didn't want it ripping at it. This was stark white, and I just dyed it with, I think I brushed it on with one of these. So yeah, you can take the pages out because they're not stuck in, of course, and that's just, you know, sometimes I stitch, sometimes I do it that way. This is I might take it out so I can bring it up and show you. Hand beaded vintage, what do you call them? From the saris, you know what you pull off the saris? Beautiful flowers. And this would have been from 1940s, an old envelope. It's a fabric flower, some lace, stitching. I do apologise, my last video, my nails were absolutely shocking. That's why I put these on. They were really damaged looking, shocking. Alright, so this is the next page. Just put some lace, ruffled it, stitched it. This came out of a frame. I took the picture out of a frame I bought from Savers. Some stationery, 80s stationery from Savers. So I ripped that. And embroidery on glaze. Pattern paper there, bit of collaging. The way, of course, you get your lined paper on the coffee dyed paper is by putting it straight on your rack in the oven, and that's your rack in your oven. That gives it that lined look. Here's my washi tape. They never stay on, do they? Even with glue they come off. There's a card. And I used that from one of my daughter's doona covers, the pushing doona cover. There we got some Teresa stamps, Mother Teresa stamps. Different collagens there. We've got 3 different layers of beautiful lace. Little image. Here we've got a little booklet. Oh, I won't take that off. Yeah, it's just avocado dyed paper. I didn't avocado dye them, I bought them. Some ruffled trim, some more of that. I think I got that from AliExpress, but I'm sure I can get them on eBay as well. Oh, that's strips off my upholstered fabric. This was from a $2 store, just painted it, put some glue and some glitter, and in the middle I put, I think they call them mermaid cabochons or whatever. Had them for a while now from eBay. So look at that gorgeous pink envelope, 1951, November the 2nd. That's my son's date of birth, November the 2nd. Got 2 little pockets there with the strips, the fabric. That's an old sari, little applique, and this is beautiful English lace. I sell this in my store as well. So I just put that here and that there. With some more of the journal collaging with this stuff and the Mileflex. So, can't find them. There's that beautiful paper. And the other pocket. That is gift wrapping paper from the 80s. That is an old library card. This old braille paper. Beautiful. Next page. That I did emboss with a stamp, and I used my Lindy's Stamp Gang embossing powder. Something orange. Oktoberfest orange. I did stuff it up a little bit, but you can make out the image. And the background has got the stencils with the distress ink, of course. This is beautiful old vintage rickrack. Isn't that gorgeous? Orange, yum. And with the black stitching, makes it look nice. This is some beautiful washi tape as well. That's yellow lined writing paper that's been dyed. Some more washi music paper. And this is the the other pocket. So on this side that's the pocket, and on this side it's a beautiful vintage music pocket with a ruffle and some pink cheesecloth with a little ribbon and that. And this is when I've got a tutorial of this. I'll put it below if I can remember, where it shows you how to stick your bags together with your 2 tags, and you join the bags, sew them, or you can do it the quick way and just stick them front end together which they opened out more, but when you sew them, they just kind of stop there. But it looks cool with the sewing. And I just did the front, embellished it a little bit. So my pockets have got a time card and a song from a music paper and some beautiful vintage avocado dyed dictionary papers. And then it gets tucked in there. This was another page inspired by Robin Dudley Howells. I love that. It's like a double page. Bit of gesso and beautiful trim. Double pockets, burlap, bit of trim there. It's a lovely old vintage. Yeah. Stationery, bit of shorthand there, and some lovely stationery. And that's only been sewn here and here, so it's open here. I like that. And this side we got, this can come off. I didn't stick it down. So do one little tag, two little tags, there we go. And that's from the book papers, Dance While You Can. So I'm glad I didn't throw it away, because I did end up using them to make the 3 book pages. And you can see how I inked it up a bit, you know, so it doesn't matter if it's a bit light. And I've done it to all line up, so the Dance While You Can is on each one, and I just used a circles. No, I didn't even use a circle punch actually, I just freehanded, that's why it looks a bit dodgy. And I've got that cute little embellishment with the cheesecloth and the beautiful vintage applique, beaded up sari applique with the flower. And over here we just got this card, probably from the 80s, just opens up, and it was stark white, so I just brushed this on, and that acts to hide most of the stitching, I suppose, but I like the stitching showing a bit, and also as a little tuck. But it needed about 3 layers of the leaves, so yeah. And that is that. Oh, and I had to cut the middle. So, yeah. That is my little book. Thanks guys for watching. And yeah, please feel free to write like what kind of videos you'd like to see more of. I really like, I just added that today. I'm glad I did it. Definitely needed a dangle. Well, thanks for watching. Okay, have a lovely rest of your day or night. Bye guys.